Okay guys, the first database that I recommend is SIRS Researcher, or SIRS Issues Researcher. Is really good for this type of public policy project. The only thing is that you cannot access it directly from the 9 through 12 online resources. It'll ask you to log in as we wait to it. Yeah, it'll ask you to log in. What you have to do is you have to go to connect.clearanceschools.org. If I could spell and type right. Clearanceschools.org. And you log in with your username and password like you would on a computer at school. And you'll select high school. I'm going to open up my teacher account here, but you guys can select high school and go ahead and launch this Horizon virtual machine. And it's basically going to act like you're on a computer at school. Go ahead and accept. And you basically have a virtual browser on within your own browser here. So go ahead and launch a Chrome browser. You can go ahead and get to the library web page. I know this is like an obnoxious amount of steps, but I think it's worth it to access this database. 9 through 12 online resources. Log in. Nope, messed up my password. There we go. See, 12, just like we would normally be. And you click on SIRS Issues Researcher. And it should, if I've done everything correctly, it should load it up. There we go. Okay, I'm going to take a quick cut here and then get back to you momentarily. Okay. We are back here after we've done all that stuff with the virtual machines. We are at the ProQuest Issues Researcher. It's really good for anything trending topics. You can kind of browse through this way. There's death penalty and capital punishment. All sorts of controversial issues that you can look at. Need help using topic if you're looking for some specific civil rights and liberties. Anything right here, you can click on all leading issues. And it should give you a way to browse everything by topic. So maybe your topic is gun control, always seems to be a hot topic. Click on that. And then you have the leading issue. You read the full summary. It has Viewpoints 1, Viewpoint 2. Tighter regulations are needed to reduce gun violence. And then it has a couple different articles here. More sources down below. Critical questions. I think it's just a really good setup for exploring controversial topics. So if we look at maybe read the full summary. Okay, that's not too much. But let's go look at the viewpoint. So tighter regulations are needed to reduce gun violence. Let's go ahead and that assault weapon ban worked. Let's click on that one. So we see it's from the New York Times, September 5th, 2019. It has a summary of the article there. And then it goes into the full article. So maybe we're using this in our research and we like it. And you can go ahead, you can save it to the cloud into your Google Drive. You can cite it, print it, email it. We can look at the citations here if you need to do that. The one thing about, you have to make sure you're using the proper citations. Oh, it looks like they've kind of changed it up a little bit. There's APA and MLL 8. And you know what? That actually looks pretty good. So you could probably just copy and paste that citation into Noodle Tools. I don't see anything particularly glaring issues with it. So you would be able to go ahead and copy and paste that. You can see a video I previously did on copying and pasting citations. And then it has additional related documents here so you can further explore different topics. So that's a quick look at SIRS Issues Researcher. The next database we're looking at is Issues and Controversies from Infobase, Facts on File Databases. I do have a video out on the YouTube channel covering all of the Infobase databases. So if you need an in-depth look at those, you could check out that video. But let's take a look at the databases. Here is Issues and Controversies. And a similar setup where you have all the issues, recent controversies here, scrolling down all issues by subject. And we can look at different topics that could be useful for your project. In keeping with the theme of gun control and assault weapons, we'll take a look at here, government politics, assault weapons. Click on that. It will bring you an overview and then provide pro and con articles. So let's look at this one here. Should the government restrict access to assault weapons? And here it is. It has court cases, media, infographics, editorials, and news, opponents, supporters, and an in-depth look at the controversy surrounding assault weapons. So pretty good. If you want to cite that, you have your page tools where you can print, save, download, share, and your citation here. MLA or Chicago. This one really cannot be copied and pasted because it does have some issues. You would have to capitalize some of the title of the article here, article title. This would all need to be capitalized. And I think I go over that in my video as well, that I don't recommend copying and pasting from Infobase without checking and making sure that you're doing it correctly. But you can find all sorts of information here, further resources down at the bottom, books, contact information, keywords, bibliography, statistics by the numbers, additional information here. Let's take a look at by the numbers. If you do need to provide statistical data, they go right there. Okay, that was a quick look at Infobase Issues and Controversies. The next database that I recommend for this project comes from GALE Novel. It is Opposing Viewpoints and Context, and you'll have to when using GALE from home, you need to include this password. It'll be prompted to enter it at some point. So let's get into it. This is the main page for GALE's databases, and it's in typical alphabetical order. We'll be looking at Opposing Viewpoints and Context right here. This is where you need to enter in that password, Empire Link, all lowercase, all one word. And this will bring us to the main landing page of GALE in Context Opposing Viewpoints. This is the main landing page for Opposing Viewpoints in Context. Issues of interest. You can kind of go through here. And then it has browse issues in a variety of different topics, and you can go to browse all issues, which is very similar to the database that we've been looking at, where you can just browse through exactly what you're looking for. So all alphabetical. Let's continue on with our gun control example. So it has the overview, and then it will begin to provide additional results of information that you can look at. So featured viewpoints over on this side as well. References, biographies, infographics. It has a lot of really great information. So let's look up here. Maybe we could search within the results. Let's look at assault weapons. We're searching just within the gun control results. Will Congress toughen gun laws? Maybe we want to use one of these viewpoints here. Let's look at this article. From New York Times. A little commentary. So maybe we want to use this just to see. And I did a whole feature on citing within GALE. GALE is great because you can go ahead and cite your sources of information directly into Noodle Tools. You can export them here. Make sure you're using the correct format, and you can export them by clicking on this to your Noodle Tools projects. Let's go back to the home page here. You can do advanced searching, browse issues. So whatever you're looking for, this is a really great site or a database that you can find information on public policy issues. So another one is GALE in Context Opposing Viewpoints. The last database we'll be looking at comes from EBSCO, and it's the Points of View Reference Center right here. And you'll see that it's set up like the last three databases with these points of views and controversial issues are set up. You have your in your news, you have your browse by category here, and additional spotlights on this side. You can do basic searches up here. And then you can even browse by category. Let's continue on with our gun control one. So we're in crime and punishment here, and you can click on gun control this way. This will bring up the overview, title, author, dates, database that we're using. So, introduction, history, today. Okay, yeah, that one's pretty good. You'll see related items on the side. Point, further gun control measures will do little to combat violence. Counterpoint, common sense gun safety legislation would lessen gun violence. And then a critical analysis guide. You can go ahead and save, print, email to your Google Drive. There is citation information. They are not that great. There are some issues with these, so I don't recommend copying and pasting. I recommend looking over Purdue OWL, MLA citation style, and just using Noodle Tools and filling in the related information. There are magazine, newspapers, and books that you can look at here, as well as academic journals for every topic. That was just a quick look at Points of View Reference Center. Okay, guys, we're going to look at the research guide that I set up from the CHS LMC Resources Schoology group. If you click on resources here, and you'll see the library website, all the links that I have set up. If you click on research guides, this folder here, scroll down, and I've set up, where is it? Oh, down here, participation in government. This folder will have my slides presentation. It'll have the video that I upload, and here the public policy recommended websites. So if you click on this page here, we have the websites that we can take a look at. We have Pew, Congress, Science, U.S. Data and Statistics, C-SPAN, Fair and Accuracy Reporting, Fair.org, and All Sides. So I just want to point out that you have all these websites available to you for additional sources of information for your project. So let's take a look at those. You may have heard of Pew for polls and researching, but there's a lot of good information here. If you go to topics, you can see all sorts of different trends that they have, global trends. It's a pretty good research website. So we go to topics here, view all topics, and you can find a lot of different stuff within your topic. Just go scroll through. You could even do some searching, but it's pretty good. I like it. Pretty nonpartisan, non-biased information here. The next one is directly from Congress. You can see everything that congress.gov is working on, the direct legislation. So if you're looking for actual government policy and what's being created, you can see here there's the Gun Violence Prevention Act, CARES Act, the stimulus packages, and you can find information from here. Science.gov is science-related information. So if you're looking for, it searches databases, it searches 2,000 websites. So if you're looking for science-related information, go to this website. Here is data and statistics that you can look at. This has census information. So if you need your number crunching here, you can find the information on this website. C-SPAN is kind of good because it has direct video of government in action. So you have the congressional information, executive branch, and you can kind of see what's going on here. Not a bad website to look at for current information. And Fair and All Sides are websites that feature fair and accuracy in reporting. They don't have too much bias. It's a challenging media bias since 1986. So you can look here for some, non-partisan stories. So you can look at all of their information that they hear, issues and topics. So you can click on this and you can see their stories that they have here, searching by region, issues, and topics. And same thing with All Sides. All Sides is interesting. If I can get it to load. Yeah, there we go. All Sides is cool because it does stories from center, from the right, from the left, so you can get each perspective when you're looking at different topics. So feel free to use these websites. Go back and watch the video on citing websites, and you can add that to your list of sources for your public policy project.